Let's go for it. I'm ready.
All right, we're going live, and now here we are.
We are live. What's good, everybody?
Hello, Paintball World. This is your guy, Only One Lone Wolf Paintball Podcast, and I got my guy, SESGQ.
It's your boy.
So, finally on here, bro. Finally on here.
Yes, sir.
And of course, tonight's topic: the life of a Magfed player.
Life of Magfed player. This is going to be an interesting topic.
Man, it's gonna be deep.
Relatable topic to all you guys out there.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Hmm.
sure. I- so I usually start off like this. I usually start off by saying, because your name is SAS underscore GQ, and that SAS is like it's deep. Them guys is like elite soldiers in real life. But can I ask you, can you hear me, bro?
The thing is, right now, something's a little funky. It's like a robotic voice. So
Mm.
it didn't happen just a few minutes ago when we were chatting before. But
Yeah.
now it's going like a little robotic voice, and I don't know what to do. Do you have like double audio going on or something?
Nah, I should be good actually. Yeah, I should be good.
Let me see here.
You on mute.
Yeah, because I wanted to see if it was like coming
Okay,
off of
yeah.
my phone
Took
on
off.
yours, but it wasn't. It's still like a little robotic. Should I hop out and come back in, or I think it's on your end, bro?
No, you're good. I hear you loud and clear. You're perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's my end. Though. Anyways, I'm gonna try to go through with this. It's a little robotic-y. Sorry, but let's
You're
go.
good, bro. You're definitely good on my end. One question I was going to ask you was your
Yeah.
name, SASGQ. Um, tell me about that name. What's the story behind it?
All right. So GQ. Okay. So I actually didn't give myself the name. Some people be giving themselves their name. That's cool because you could customize it, and it's all about customization in the game in this game that we play.
Yeah.
Um, but somebody, my old team, SAS New York, New Jersey. I didn't have a call sign. I was playing one day and I had my hair done real nice, and I was playing with them,
Yeah.
SAS New York, New Jersey. And when I got hit in the head and they messed up my hair, I had like a problem that day. They were like, "Oh yeah, he's GQ." So
GQ
GQ as
Magazine?
in the magazine,
Okay.
Gentleman's Quarterly magazine, because
Nice.
I would always come like styled up, my hair done and
Yeah.
clean shaved. I mean, right now I'm slacking, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You
just got off
ain't the
the
only
plane
one.
and stuff. Got to get myself a new razor.
Ah,
Yeah, so
that's
GQ came from that. I was playing, with always had some style to me. I got shot in the head. I had an attitude because they messed up my hair. They called me GQ. I had no idea what that was, and they were like, "Ask your parents." And I was like, "Wow, they're gonna make me ask my parents about some gay like magazine." So, because I thought it was like gay quarterly or something. I didn't know it was
yeah.
like Q. I didn't know what it was. So
Yeah.
they they told them my name was GQ, and then they started laughing. So then I went home and I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh, okay, okay, that's cool." So I'm GQ after that.
Ah, GQ Magazine. That's funny. Even I caught that when you first said GQ. GQ Magazine?
Yeah, I had no idea as a little kid. I wasn't looking
Yeah.
into that. I got that name when I was like 15, and it's been a while, bro. I got that name when I was 15, and
Yeah.
now I'm 25. That's 10 years.
Same
I've
age
been
as
playing
me.
this thing.
Wow. And so you've been in sport for a while, for a long time.
Yeah, like I used to run it with the OGs back in the New York, New Jersey area,
Nice.
tri-state area.
Yeah. It's funny. That's exactly where I play at. I play in New Jersey. Now, um, I know the squad that I run with. Shout out to one it's okay. We actually have four chapters. We have a New York chapter, New Jersey chapter, Connecticut chapter, and a PA chapter. But when New York and New Jersey come together, we it's like 50 of us out there in the field.
Yeah, there's a lot of you guys out there, a lot of shooters.
Yeah, whole lot. So come me coming to the brotherhood just made it even better. It's like I, I'm the asset for them.
Exactly. And especially, making videos and doing stuff like this,
Yeah,
it's very good, getting the word out there for your team.
facts, big facts. Wow. Yeah, and and the fun part about playing Magfed with them guys, it's amazing, man. Them guys is very good guys. Strong group. When I tell you, when they move out, they move out, and they're about what they about. They come to the field deep, and it's funny. It's always one shot versus everybody. It's never like, oh, one shot going to join with these guys. It's always one shot versus everyone, and it's
Yeah.
been like that. It's been like that for a while now. So it's like it's crazy, but it's always been like that.
And you guys play against hoppers?
Everybody, play against anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
hoppers.
don't struggle like going up against operators with a Magfed.
I mean, we have our I want to say beef with them, but we have our fight with them from time to time at scenario games. They are a challenge to us, of course. But last time we actually played a scenario game, they dominated. Yeah, they
Yeah.
dominated. I missed
Now
the.
we're first strikes allowed because that's a big factor.
Oh yeah, when first takes are allowed, it's a real big factor.
Yeah.
Big factor on like scenario games anyway.
Yeah, because I don't really think I've ever nah. I don't let the operators like get too close. If they do,
It's a mess.
then I just gotta start popping off with semi-auto first strikes, and no sniping.
Yeah.
No
Oh yeah.
sniping no more. Now it's run up a pump, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, it's just true because I'm not gonna lie. When you're going up against a speed baller, you know from a distance they can't hit you, but when they get real close, it gets dangerous. And I mean, dangerous at the point where you can shoot them like one or two times, and they shoot you like 10, 20, 15 times.
Yeah.
You know,
And they put a lot of suppressing fire, and it's very hard to be able to snap out on
yeah,
a speed baller who's so close to you. It's
yeah,
another thing when they're a little distance because you could hear their shots pop first before the ball comes towards you.
yeah,
So, because the speed of sound is faster than the speed of the paintball, when it's coming at you. So when you hear their marker fire, you know to come back in.
yeah,
But when you have that, those so many shots that they could just send it off, however many times they want. Once they get a little close, it's a little bit tougher to go for them, but it's definitely still possible. I mean, you just got to believe in the first strikes. Got to believe in the first strike round.
Damn. My question for you, now that you brought this conversation up, when you're under pressure, like how do you take pressure when you're being shot at by a bunch of speedballers? Or it feels like a bunch of speedballers, only that one or two guys shooting like the whole clip on you, the whole hopper on you.
Okay, so this is a great question, especially after my game yesterday when I was literally using a bolt action. I'm not going to tell you which one it is just yet. Gotta check it out tomorrow's video, Tuesday Bruise Day. But
Nice.
I was using a bolt action marker against operators, and I had like four of them all over me, and they were shooting at me through these cracks in the building and whatnot,
Yeah.
and I was still snap shooting on them with a freaking sniper. You know, it's just you gotta kind of you don't want to poke out the same spot twice. Every single time, actually, you want to be in a completely different spot. So you poke out one time and you don't come down, poke out one other side, come back, poke up the same other side you just did. You know, you don't go this way, then this way, then this way. You want to go to as many different positions as possible. That means changing firing hands. That means, you know, getting comfortable shooting with your left hand side and your right hand side. And also, um, it's fast twitch muscle fibers, right? That's what I've heard that they're called. And you could kind of just snap out and come back in real quick, you
Yeah.
know?
Snapshot. Yep.
Yeah. So you want to pull those off as quick as possible. And with a red dot on your marker, if you're, you know, if they're up close with a red dot, that's your best bet. Even
Mm.
at distance too, because it still works nice at distance.
So are you actually a more of a CQB kind of guy, up close and personal, or do you just like long distance shots? Like you're a sniper, you play the back for a while, then you finally push up, at the time and the moment when you need
Mhm.
the most.
Yeah. So when I shoot first strike rounds, which is typically all the time now, I'm pretty much a first strikes only guy at this point. There is a field that doesn't allow them, but it's super close quarters, and it's still fun to just use round balls. It's whatever. But any field that I go to, I'm always using first strike rounds, and that kind of gameplay, you know, it renders you to be more of a back player, and because you could get those far shots, if you do push up with them, it's still really nice. So because those shots you could guarantee they're gonna go straight
Yeah.
because you're so close. So you don't really need to compensate for drop or whatever. And especially if you have like an angled riser, you could set it down a little bit and it'll be right on. Anyways, the red dot is very precise in close quarters. So if you run up with first strikes, it's very viable, sorry, because you could catch them instantly. It's really nice. And then in the distance, if you're a back player, so I honestly, you ask me what I do all of them. I play front, like I'll break off the right off break, I'll go as far as I could, the 50 or more if possible. And with first strikes, just like how I was mentioning. And for other games, I'll stay more in the back, let my team, like how I did at Extreme Rage when I used to play there. Pretty much, I let all the speed ballers, the operators that were on my team, I let them just go at it with the other ones.
Yeah.
And I would sit, you know, kind of in the back, picking them all off. And if that was boring to me, I would push the 50, get in the 50, and, you know, play up close and personal. I like them both. I like the up close and personal a little bit more, though, I think. But they're both very fun because one is just like a chill, let me sit in the back snipe, like fishing almost. That's how I
Yeah.
like to think about it when I was playing at ER, because Extreme Rage, because it was so like, just let them do their thing, and I just come out of nowhere and I nail one with a first strike across the map. That's always fun, and it makes for good content. And then also pushing up on a speedball field. You know, sometimes I play speed against speedballers on the speedball field with a Magfed marker, and I just push up on them. I have several videos, GQ versus speedballers, where I'm actually running down the back players. Good content. Check it out.
I think the last video I seen of you, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was either a 1v1 or you was a last man standing and you was running around. It looked like a town to me.
That
Um,
was at Extreme Rage. It was a
yeah.
3v1,
Okay,
and
3v1. Okay.
yeah, and I was in the middle. That's where I actually got my furthest, no, not my furthest shot, but my most gratifying to me shot. Um, anyways, I was in the back in the middle. Everybody knew I was there. I went to the other house on the kind of to the left. I grabbed a mag from my buddy. Somebody was pushing up the snake, which is on that left.
Yeah.
Hit him right in the face.
Seen
I
that.
I cracked up a bit. I was like, sucker. And then I jumped back and they knew I was at that building now, so I walked back around, went back to that original house that I was at. Now they're all thinking I'm in the other house, and Buddy was sleeping, and I caught him right on the side. And yeah, there was two of them I got in actually the same spot or something like that.
Nice. Yeah, that video was a challenge. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of reminds me when I was going up against Speedballers 3v1 actually a year ago. I believe it's still posted on my Instagram. Not mistaken. Maybe I believe so. I'm not too sure. But I remember because we have like a field, they call it the maze, and the maze
Mhm.
look kind of real, like it looks crazy looking.
Okay.
And I was like the last man standing. Last man standing. I was kind of at the 50. I backpedaled back a few times because I didn't know where they was at, and the only guy that was shooting that was the guy in front of me. But it was I come to find out it was two of them. Oh, it was three of them. One guy was shooting in front of me. Got one guy to the far left side who was trying to flank me, but I finally catch up with him while I'm backpedaling, and the guy on the right hand side, he's just like crawling, trying to keep moving to the same bunker to bunker. And so it made me push back further now. Now I'm all the way in the back where I was supposed to be at, taking these guys out. And man, you should have seen the shots that I was getting off from these guys. Like I only had about maybe two magazines left. I had one pistol left, which is my TPM one. Um, and I had first strike, so I had to use that wisely in that
Yeah.
situation. Um, and, speedballers, they like to shoot like as much as they want out that hopper to try to push you. So for me, because I had first strikes, I kept them off of me for a reason. I kept snapshotting every single time. I'm looking through cracks. Um, and also my headset, I wear the Walker Razor headsets, so it's like I can hear their movement as they get closer to me. So that's how I
Mhm.
knew somebody was kind of trying to push me sooner or later.
They
But
amplify the
yeah,
quiet noises.
yeah. But you know, I realized that in the midst of the situation, I had to stay patient. I had to stay calm because if you're just, overthinking things, if you're not patient, you're not calm, you can get shot. You can get shot real
Yep.
bad. So for me, I had to be calm and patient in that situation, and that taught me a lot. Down the time of me playing Magfed, um, you just gotta be patient in situations because you just never know what could happen.
Yeah,
I
you want to
uh,
jump on your best, opportunity. If you're able to make that flank, if you
yeah,
just waited a little bit longer,
yeah,
you could pull up right behind them and clap all of them.
yeah,
Mhm.
because you can catch somebody slipping if they're reloading the hopper, or they
Exactly.
might have a jam. You just never know what could happen in a situation. So that's why, like for me, I pick my shots wisely. I shoot when only needed to. I
Yep,
try not to miss too many, but I try to make sure that I'm on point also in MagFed.
exactly. You don't want to waste too many rounds. Now, tell me, is it a waste of rounds if you were to shoot first strikes at a rental?
I'm be honest, I wouldn't use first strike on the rental.
I do with first
It'll
strike on a
be.
rental.
Yeah. I mean, I probably did a few times, and
It's
but
okay
the
to
one,
tell the truth.
yeah, I did a few times back in the day. This is when I was reckless in paintball. When I say reckless, I had no name for myself, and I was just getting to know the MagFed part of paintball. The reckless speedball part. I started off with a team for Tipman TMC and a Tipman A5. So I would just run down on people. And
Yeah,
once I found out that First Strike was, available and was out, um, I had got me an M17. Oh man, that was like the first gun I had that was amazing with full auto. So yeah, I used First Strikes on a few people, man, and it was crazy. But I remember someone pulled me to the side and said, "Yo, I understand you come here, every weekend, but you need to be careful because these people want them to come back. We want them to, have fun. I understand you shoot people and this and that, but cool. But try not take it easy on them. Some of them,
yeah,
they're just like brand new. They just love the sport. Some of them just playing for family, friends, whatever. So I said, okay. So after that, I took it easy on a lot of people when it comes to first strikes. I just shoot round ball, but I haven't played against a rental. I want to say in a year.
Hmm.
Yeah, it been a year since I played with or against a rental. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, the main importance that we got to get out of out into the air right now, um, while talking about these first strikes, is basically the we gotta teach the science behind the round.
yeah,
We gotta teach the people what this round really is. So this is okay, first strike round, and it is super accurate of a paintball round. There's paint in the front and a stabilizing fin in the back with rifling, right, in a pocket for the air to go right there. And let's pay attention to this nipple at the tip, if you could kind of see. This basically is what makes this round brittle and still able to break at, say, 100 yards, where a paintball would just be weak and just bounce off you if you were able to get miraculously 100 yards with a
yeah,
regular paintball. It would have no oomph to actually break. And this is making it super brittle, that tip right there. It's making it super brittle at that distance. Even if you were to drop it from here to my table, to my desk right here, from about a foot high, it may crack it and you may just wind up with a wasted 50-cent round, right?
yeah,
So when you're shooting this round, a first strike round, out of a paintball marker, it's very important to make sure you chrono at 280 feet a second. Okay, because that's what, or to 300, depending on what your field allows.
right,
Because 300 will allow you to reach, you know, really good distances. And the Karma Tech Supremacy Scope has numbers for, shooting at 280 feet a second and shooting at 300 feet a second. Um, so when you're shooting at 300 feet a second, it gives you a more of a straighter trajectory
yeah,
and less of an arc on your shot at distances. But anyway, it's very important that you chrono the first strike round at 280, because if you chrono a paintball round at 280, it's going to shoot consistent at a 280. Once you put a first strike round inside that marker now, it's going to go up about 20 FPS.
mm,
So now you're shooting at like 300 first strike,
that makes sense.
or more.
Yeah, that
Maybe
makes
even
sense.
like a 30 FPS jump, depending on the rifling of your barrel, if you have a nemesis or not.
I know
So,
for me, I use the Recon rifle barrel from MCS.
okay, as long as it's a nice, yeah. How is that barrel? I haven't heard anything
That's great. It's amazing. Once I got it, I never had a problem with it.
nice.
The first strikes is amazing in it. Round ball is amazing. It depends on what round ball you use because some round ball, is crappy.
Yeah,
Some round ball is amazing, but I never had a problem with that barrel ever. Um, I only cleaned it probably maybe 3 or 4 times out of the year, and that's only if I have like a bad break from a bad paint.
yeah.
Other than that,
Do they
that
give you
barrel,
the bore size information? What size is the bore size? The diameter of the inside of the barrel? Is it like a 6.86, 6.8? No, they
so
probably don't tell you.
yeah, I know for me, I had to
Does a
grab
first strike,
the
if you put a first strike in it, does it
yeah,
fall all the way through?
yeah, all the way through.
Okay, so you might need a little bit tighter of a bore. And you'll have
Mm,
even better, like a Nemesis barrel. So a Nemesis barrel is like the cream of the crop in any kind of barrel, because it actually has like instead of lands and grooves like a regular hammerhead, because I shoot actually my hammerhead is really nice out of my 468. Little sneak peek on Tuesday Brews there. But yeah, the when I put a first strike round through my one shot, which I
Yeah.
have 20-inch one shot for my 468 back when I first got it. Now I changed it to battle sticks because it's a little tighter of a bore. But yeah, I would be able to take my 20-inch and take a first strike and it would drop all the way through. That's not really what you want because you want that nice tight bore. And that's what the Nemesis barrel has. The Nemesis barrel has like four lands, right? So you have lands, which is like the goes a little bit inside, and no, I mean the lands, it's outside, and the grooves go a little bit inside. So the Nemesis has four lands, and when you shoot a first strike round, it literally has four slices in it.
Mm.
And what that does is it forces that round to spin at the perfect rate that this round is supposed to spin at. That's why with this MG100, I have literally it's really dirty, but I have like, what is this? She said it was 5 inches. He told her it was 5 inches. Probably that much of a barrel, right?
Yeah.
And I'm shooting people all the way across the field at Extreme Range or any place that I play. I just put a red dot on it, and anywhere that I want to point that red dot at 280 feet a second, that round's getting there. It's crazy how accurate it is. I'm telling you. You don't need even a long barrel to be so accurate. You could have that short barrel. As long as it's a Nemesis, it's going to go straight, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, every other barrel is going to get it straight. First strike does most of the work itself, being honest. You could use a smooth bore barrel, and that round is going to go exactly pretty much, you're going to get a decent grouping. The round does all the work. It has the rifling in it. So the only real difference you're going to see is if you actually have a barrel that will force the round to spin,
Mm.
which is the Nemesis. It's got that four lands in there. Literally cut the round, spin it super. Yeah.
Nice.
But that is, yeah, first strike rounds in a nutshell. Basically, I remember I got back on the memory train, whatever, my train of thought. So when you're shooting this at 280 feet a second, if you shoot a paintball at 280 feet a second, this will shoot about 300 feet a second. What happens is a paintball slows down, and a first strike don't really slow down because it's more aerodynamic. It cuts
Right.
through the air. So if you're to shoot somebody from me to about 10 yards with a first strike and a paintball, you turn them around, and they had no idea what they were going to get hit with first. You hit them with a first strike and a paintball at 10 yards or 20 yards, let's say. They're both going to do the same damage. When you shoot somebody at 50 yards with a paintball, that paintball already slowed down significantly. A first strike didn't really slow down much at all. So you're feeling like you're getting bunkered at 50 yards.
Mm.
So paintball is paintball. You sign the waiver. The field owner is cool with them. They should be allowed in any kind of style play.
All right. Let me ask you this question, because I'm sure it happens to all Magfed players. When you get a jam, when you're in a situation, because I actually was put in a situation where I had a jam, But before I had this jam, I shot a perfect shot for a perfect head shot for somebody.
Hmm.
And I remember being at OTP a few weeks ago. We was at town and we did a mission. So the mission or the objective was to so the bomb. It was a bomb that we had to press in order for the red team to get or the blue team to get. And I remember going in there pressing that button and also getting the objective done. So when I ran out and go to another spot to take out three other Magfed players, um, the guys came back and got it, or they came in there and they took out everyone that was in there and got the bomb. Right. Make a long story short, I only had about 3 rounds in my T15 magazine at the time, my 20 round magazine, and I remember seeing someone just I want to say camping, but they was holding down a spot perfectly. So anybody coming to church, just gonna get hit. So
Hmm.
this guy he had a push mask. So when I shot him through the mask or at the mask and his lens. So
Hmm.
when I shot him, it was a perfect shot. And I see a perfect shot, like I hit the spot where his lens came out.
Oh man,
So when his lens came out, um, he
he
just
must
went
have
out.
not put it in too good. He must have not pushed, got it in a latch or something.
See, I was thinking that too, but when I asked him the situation, I believe that he was saying that sometimes the push mask isn't a good mask. Like if you get shot in that spot, yeah, it's gonna happen. He said it happens often to some other people as well.
Wow.
Like really? So mind you, at that time I used a first strike, and when I say the perfect shot, it's a perfect shot. But when I try to shoot again at someone else, my gun jammed. I'm wondering like what's going on, but I seen that it was a first strike jammed in there.
Uh-huh.
So my question to you is, when that happens, like why does that happen when you're in a situation like that?
Okay, so basically when you are test firing a marker, it shoots perfectly, all 20 rounds, perfect, and you
Right.
take another mag, you put another mag in, shoots all 20 rounds, perfect. When
Yeah.
you get an actual in-game situation, you get a jam. What happened, right?
Yeah.
Several things could have happened. You could have not put the mag in correctly. Maybe the mag got unseated a little bit from a push or, you know, an accidental bump.
Yeah.
It could be the round, the rounds within the magazine shifted, shifted, and got stuck a little bit forward than the bottom one and flipped with that nipple there.
Mm.
Some people shave the nipples off of them. Shouldn't really have to on, you know, this, day and age of first using first strike rounds. That used to be a thing we used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
We used to shave the tips of the first strike so you wouldn't get stuck on things. Usually got stuck on milsigs pretty often. Um, Basically, you just want to know your marker, know what little issues you that could occur in in actual gameplay,
Yeah.
and then you want to be prepared for them. So you want to know what possible issues you could have and be prepared for that. And you want to deal with it as quietly as possible and as fast as possible, efficient, and get that marker back and running as quick as possible so you can get that next elimination.
Nice.
Is there
Um,
anything you want, like, specifically for me to tell you more, like what could happen to a T15, what could happen to an MG?
no, I actually mastered my MG 100, but this is actually my second year having it.
Mhm.
I mastered that. I used to take it to the mechanics at the shop, But once he told me, how it functioned and how the MG100 is, I just started looking into it myself afterwards. He showed me a few things. After that, I did my own research, and I just, I basically just mastered the MG100 easily. T15, same way. I had my issue with that first. I didn't know how it basically operated because when I first shot round ball or first strike, it was shooting double shots.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird because I wasn't even I don't have first full auto, so I was kind of confused on why I was doing that. But I later on figured it out. I figured that it was the air pressure. I was trying to use a remote line for a 4500 air tank, and I realized someone told me that that air tank is not good to use for T15. It's good for
Okay.
MG100, it's good for anything else, not the T15. No, he said. So he referred me the best tanks to use is a Ninja or a first strike tank. You know,
Okay.
and then if you run a remote line, always oil down the remote inside. That way it flow better with the air.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, that was the only problem I ever had with it. I always clean it after every game. I test it after I'm done cleaning everything, and I just put it up.
There it is. As long as you take care of your stuff, it's gonna take care of you.
Yeah,
Especially the mags too. The mags could get old quick.
yeah,
Mags, basically the springs on them could wear down. It could, rust up. So there's different kits that you could buy so you could replace the springs and whatnot.
yeah,
So you could save yourself, from buying a whole new mag. You just want to, remember to change these parts in your marker once in a while. Not all the time, but like whenever you need to, make sure you have something handy so you're not, about to go play and your gun's not working, you don't have the parts. Order them
yeah.
beforehand so you're prepared, you know?
Yeah, I took the 30 round clip of T15 magazine apart. I took the 20 round magazine apart. Pretty easy, pretty maintenance. I actually watched a guy, shout out to my guy, Taz, who's from Canada,
Mhm.
that plays people out there. He does videos on magazines, on T15 magazine, and the T15 period, because he has like I think maybe 3 or 4 magazines. I'm sorry, 3 or 4 T15s.
Mhm.
So he basically does videos on these, on the maintenance part of it, how to clean it, how to just basically maintenance it all the way down, and it helps a lot. So I watch videos like that, and that's what keeps me going every time.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta know how to take these things apart. Sometimes they're not, super clear with how, to take things apart step by step.
Yeah,
So it's good to watch a video on it because, like, for example, this is a FID mag. I didn't really know about this part that comes off through the back here. I didn't know how to take it off at first.
yeah,
And I just kind of pried at it and it came out. And then I kind of just figured it out. But, some mags aren't kind of just like so simple to figure it out. You kind of got to watch a little video, especially with markers and stuff. Like, if you aren't comfortable taking something like this apart, just watch a video on it, and I'm guarantee you're gonna feel comfortable taking it apart afterwards.
yeah.
And maintaining your stuff, lubing it up. Just there's a video on it on YouTube somewhere. Check it out, and they'll help you out. So you keep playing with a clean gun.
Oh man, these comments, my bad, bro. These comments is it's crazy. Hold up, I think a couple shout outs. Shout to my guy Snake Eyes once, okay? My guy, my brother. Mayhem. Shout to Mayhem, man. Brothers of Mayhem. Um, he shot me July 2nd, by the way, at the Magfed event. Magfed meetup, I'm sorry, Magfed meetup. Perfect shot. He shot me from a distance, actually. And I believe he had a T15, if I'm mistaken. T15? Might be T15. But yeah, these guys I can vouch for. These guys I have played with, played against. Especially Snake Guys, played against him a few times. Now I'm joining him as a brother for the squad at Lens K, and it's amazing playing with those guys. It's just a big story behind it, man. But pretty dope characters.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm looking at the comments now that you mentioned comments. Yeah, dude, talking about when we were talking about the hammerhead and
Yeah.
the nemesis barrel and what is this, how is the performance on a smooth bore barrel? And I'm telling you
Okay.
guys, smooth bore barrel is gonna give you probably almost the same performance as a rifled barrel like that you could just drop a round in and it goes through.
Nice.
Seriously, if you have a tight bore, um, smooth bore barrel that doesn't allow the first strike to just slide through, you're probably gonna honestly even get better accuracy than a rifled barrel that lets the round fall through. Now, if you have a
Yeah.
Lapco rifled barrel, which has the lands and grooves like traditional hammerhead and stuff, they're just a little bit tighter of a bore, and that's why those barrels are so good. I have a hammerhead battle sticks, so this was before Hammerhead was bought by MCS, right?
Right.
So this was before them, and they had the battle sticks, and that barrel is a nice tight rifled barrel for first strike. The round doesn't just fall through. And that one I get really nice performance out of, and that's what I have on my 468 DMR as of today, to this day. Now, I was just testing it. I was just testing it and stuff, but I wound up loving it. The short barrel for the short Nemesis barrel for the MG. It's the
And that-
best.
and that's a
It's
5 inch barrel, right?
yeah,
Okay.
it's the best right
Speaking
now.
of barrel, I ordered a 6 inch barrel called a Lion Claw from MCS. And I put it on my MG100. It's a little iffy because there's a precedent fit on it. So I decided, I say, you know what? I think I'll probably go ahead and order a 9 inch barrel. Um, Only because, I'm starting to get up close and personal with the MG100.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like to turn the MG100 into a pistol. So I figured let me do the same thing, just test it out, see how I like it. Because there's an event coming up. I don't know if you've been watching, but I'm pretty sure you have. Called Warfare in New Jersey, Pemberton, New Jersey, at the field called On Target Park.
I know
And
that field.
yeah,
Used to play there a lot too.
yeah. So there's a big event next weekend. Um, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, the boys were
Um,
telling me when I was in Brooklyn, they were telling me to
yeah,
go, but I was like, can't. I'm already flying back home. I would have,
yeah,
but you know.
yeah. And a lot of people are coming out. I mean, a lot of people that watch my podcast and watch my posts. I have people from Texas, Mexico coming. These is guys that's coming up that've been watching my podcast or just watching, the stories or watching anyone that posts anything about OCP, make that meetup, just about warfare. And it's like, man, you just see how many people are just tuned in from different spots all over the world and how they're just coming out. It's like amazing. It amazes
Yeah.
us. That just shows that we're doing a great job with podcasts or, just promoting or just, conversation like this.
Yeah, it's all about the community, getting the community involved and keeping this thing alive.
Yeah. And I know for us, a lot of people were saying that Magfed was quote unquote dead. And I just laugh, but I don't pay any mind. And
Well, let's just say Magfed is a new right now because
yeah,
what we had back then, yeah, you could say it's dead
yeah,
because we had stuff back then where we had teams with actual rank where you had a captain, okay, and you had like rank and stuff, and you had roles within the games,
yeah,
and yeah, that's like dead because now you got everybody who has a team and they're all kind of just even amongst each other. There is no captain. If there is a captain, it's probably because they invented the team.
yeah,
But you know, like I tried to, have a chapter of SAS, and it, you know, they didn't feel like they were getting like the the spotlight
Mm,
or something. They wanted more recognition just because they're on SAS when mainly I'm doing all this, you know, heavy work, you know, building. Like I had Breach and Clear back then. I had this thing called Breach and Clear, you know. Um, but it's like everybody, nobody wants to have somebody over them right now. Like nobody wants to have a captain, you know, or like somebody to tell somebody else to do something. Where back then it was like if my chapter president told me to do something, I was gonna go and do it,
right.
because it was like respect kind of thing, and that has faded and that's gone. So yeah, so what we had back then, Magfed, that part of Magfed is dead. I think
Yeah.
it's a new Magfed right now that we're going through right now. New really It's a new community, honestly. A lot of new people that I haven't seen before are playing now, so it definitely has grown as well, which I like. So I'm excited for the future, what the future has to hold. I'm still young. I'm ready for it, you know?
Hey, man, we both 25, so we definitely got a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here for a while. Every weekend. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching.
I know for me, and someone actually told me this, I think a year ago. They said I give them Captain Price vibes because I'm the kind of guy I lead on the field, rather than lead. When it comes to like, oh, so I have a meeting at the table, or whatever. Nah, man, I'm just more of a straightforward kind of guy. Like when I'm on the field, I lead soldiers. I lead people to victory. I lead guys to great combat, great fights. Um, that's probably why I go by the word Lone Wolf, which is my cosign name, and I enjoy it. Even though I'm never alone, but I enjoy the name of it because it does kind of give you Captain Price vibes on Call of Duty. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie. But just somebody like that is a great character that I like. And it's funny. I actually looked it up a few weeks ago. He was real. He was real. I don't know if you know that. He was a real guy from England, actually. SAS, one of the best.
hmm
Um, he actually got killed, I believe, a couple of years back. But he was real, and that's why Modern Warfare honored him, or Call of Duty honored him. Has put him in the game because he was really a real guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I looked more into it on YouTube and everything. I researched it on Google and everything. So he's a real guy. I forget his real name, but yeah, he's definitely looks like the real character on Call of Duty. And it's amazing. A lot of people respect him to this day and honor him to this day because
Wait, so who is this guy? Price or Soap or what?
Price,
Oh,
Price,
Price. Okay.
Price.
Yeah,
So
he's a
yeah,
real
yeah,
guy.
he's a real guy, and his character is like awesome on the game. But can you only imagine someone that real in real life doing what they're doing in the game? Like that's crazy. But
Yeah,
he was a real soldier, so I respect that.
dude, if real life was like anything like Magfed, I would have so many purple hearts by now.
I love Magfed, man. I love Magfed. I love the lifestyle of Magfed. I mean, it's amazing, bro. I mean, can you imagine how many people, you know, they get away from so much dumb stuff and in the world, and when they come to Magfed, it's like a different realm. It's like it's like you're in Mortal Kombat. Like you come to a whole different realm, and you just meet all these different players. And you're playing. It's like, yo, we don't even want to stop playing. You want to keep playing. That's how fun it is. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's like I don't know which part is better, the actual playing or the actual like just hanging out and talking to the community, meeting new people.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
it's,
which
it's
one's
all
more
dope.
fun to me.
It's all dope. I mean, even watching videos, you know, because I started off watching Wolf Paintball. You know, he's
Hmm.
my inspiration into paintball anyway. You know,
Hmm.
I watched him and another guy overseas. What's his name, man? He's a sniper. Start with an H. I think it's
The
Hidden
hidden
Hidden.
hedgehog.
Yeah, that's my guy, man.
Yeah,
That dude is amazing. I used to watch his videos all the time. I mean, his shots is like dope.
yeah.
And
I could. I after playing last. Wait, after playing yesterday, I could see how his marker could do such shots
yeah,
because I shot a marker yesterday with the very similar internals to the Hammer 7 that he uses.
yeah,
And that I could see how that kind of marker will make those shots and how he has like so many like follow-up shots and they have no idea because that system is very quiet.
yeah,
Where
yeah,
my 4.68 it's like a big when I shoot, it's like a big fart and everybody hears it from everywhere. And then the next
yeah,
thing they hear is
yeah. He is his content is crazy, but you know his shots is just perfect. Like
yeah,
the dude got some mad skills, but his character, you know, his character is everything, and that's something that I talk about a lot on my podcast. Is your character. Like,
yeah.
so I got a question for you, by the way. Your character. So character defines on the days when you don't feel like doing what you once said you would do long after you do it, right?
Hmm.
Um, Now your character on the field defines who you are, right?
Yeah.
You know, your character on the field defines who you are. So let me ask you this: as your character defines who you are on the field, you know, how well are you with people when it comes to character? Like, do you break or do you break records?
Okay, so honestly, the big thing is like I don't really know my own character. You know,
Mm,
I don't really know who, like, I know I'm GQ, but I don't know who GQ should be right now. I don't know, I'm just kind of being myself,
yeah,
and I'm a very chill guy. I talk to everybody. I'm very friendly. So GQ is kind of just like a more hype version of Jonathan, right? So I'm Jonathan, right? If you haven't known,
yeah,
my name is Jonathan, and GQ is just more like a hype version of me. And like when I'm on the field, I'm energized. I am 50 pusher. Like let's go get these operators. Let's show them what first strike's all about. Come on, let's go.
yeah,
So I'm more of like the hype guy, and yeah. So I guess that's more or less how I interpret my character GQ. It's really just me being genuine and just doing my thing out on the field. I love to play paintball, but I definitely feel as though GQ needs more of a personality, I think, onto the YouTube aspect of things, instead of just like, what's good, y'all? It's your boy GQ. We're out here, blah, blah, blah. And
yeah,
then gets into the video, you know? Maybe people will watch my stuff for a little longer if, more people will watch my stuff for longer because if I had some behind the scenes stuff or like just hanging out in the staging area, talking about next games, talking, maybe if I had more background like that, it'll my character will come out a little bit more and I could show more about who really GQ is, you know?
yeah,
But yeah, GQ is the Magfed character, and
yeah,
you got your boy John over here doing his schoolwork and stuff, being a good student, going to work and doing this and that, right?
yeah.
making videos for you guys, that's Jonathan. Jonathan's the editor guy. And then GQ is just the guy who just goes out, sometimes forgets to hit record on his camera, so it gives Jonathan a harder job. Referred to myself in the third person. There's two of me. I'm a Gemini. I got two different sides, you know?
It happens. Wow, that's the first time I ever heard that, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the first time I ever heard someone say, I don't know who my character is. But the way you broke it down, it's like, man, you know who your character is. There's two people. It's GQ and it's Jonathan.
Yeah.
Makes sense though. And that's real. A lot of people don't say that. 'Cause a lot of people are still probably finding, trying to find their character on and off the field. So
Yeah.
that's real. I know for me, even though I'm called Lone Wolf, and Lone Wolf was just really a storm I went through a few months ago. And that storm taught me a lot. Once I got out of it, it made me the best version of a man. And the character of Lone Wolf, 'cause I had to do it alone. I
Yeah.
had to go through for alone in order to get out of it. But
Heard that. Yeah.
and I know my first name was Predator. I don't know if you noticed that. My first name was Predator, the Predator. Neck just came from the movie, really. Of course, locks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Once I changed my name, I was kind of scared to really post pictures of myself. But then I realized, I have always been a people person. When it comes to people, I always put people first because you never know what somebody's going through. You never know who might need help. You never know who you might inspire. You never know who's watching you to see if you're going to break
Yeah.
records or you're going to break period as a character or as a man in life. And that's part of the reason why I love being called who I am. And because that inspire a lot of people to want to do the same. That inspire people to look more into who they are as a person. And I know for me, we all have testimonies, we all have life experiences, and we all been through life, plenty of times. But at some point, life's going to hit you, but it's how you get back up. When you fall back down or when you fall down, how do you get up? How do you maintain that? How do you strive each and every day to be a better person?
Exactly. Yeah.
And that can be hard for a lot of people. So for me, I feel like I'm a perfect example to people. I've been through life many times. I have crazy stories, crazy testimonies that I got out of, things that made me who I am today. But first and foremost, I put God first. I put God first every morning, every night. I pray every morning, every night. And when I pray, I pray for people because everyone, everyone needs some type of prayer in their life, man. Everyone needs help some way and somehow, even if it's through financially, even if it's through just getting through something at work, getting to people, getting to life. Someone needs help with something. So I know I need help with something, and I was going through a whole lot. So it's always good to always look for people, man. People is
Yeah.
really,
Even just to talk to somebody, just to
yeah,
hang out, have a coffee, have a beer, whatever,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Because that small conversation can go a long way.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to look at in paintball.
Course. And in the paintball community, it's a relief for a lot of people, to get,
Yeah,
stress relief and stuff, just to go out and run, just shoot. It's relaxing at the end, you know?
I
You're
like
gonna
how you
get
put that.
tired, you're gonna get bruised up a couple times,
Yeah,
but it's at the end you're just like completely pooped and you're completely
yeah,
relaxed and you can watch some Netflix and just recover.
yeah, yeah, man.
Edit your footage if you
Paintball.
record, don't just
Yeah,
record and leave it somewhere and don't make a video out of it. Like
yeah.
while you're recovering, go, try something on your phone or something.
Because
Edit
somebody's watching
it,
you.
post it.
Somebody's watching you. Someone is watching your footage right now and trying to figure out how does this work in Magfed.
Yeah. You got to make a video. Everybody should be making content. Everybody who's playing this, if they want more people to play with them, either you share and promote somebody who's doing it so that, you don't have to,
Yeah.
or you do it yourself, make videos yourself and share it with people that everybody should be who's playing this should be recording and should be making videos and should be sharing it to the world, so that we could get more people involved in this, or we can make it more mainstream. One person can't do it
No.
all. One or three people can't do it all. Everybody should be making some videos. If I understand a lot of people don't have the time. That's a very, that's very common thing, is that people just barely have enough time to go out and play. They
Yeah.
don't even have enough time to go home and clean their markers after they play, or do
Yeah.
their laundry. Is probably all still dirty in some bag somewhere,
Yeah.
probably still in the car,
Yeah.
you know? But we all got to take that time and take care of the things that need to be taken care of, so we're not wasting, you know, money and resources and parts and stuff replacing whatever. But yeah, like I understand a lot of people don't have time for editing, because editing takes a long time.
Yeah.
But it's, if you could just like throw little short videos up whenever, or whatever have you, just post something. If you go out and play paintball, post your memory.
Nice. Nice.
Even if it's a live stream on your phone or like a story or something,
Yeah.
just get it out there. Show people that you're playing. Show people what you're doing.
It's
It's
true.
gonna inspire somebody else to want to. Oh, I could go and I could rent and I could go play. All right, bet, go. And then boom, now you have another person, maybe a whole birthday party, I wanted to play because they saw your video.
It's true.
Hmm.
You never know who's watching. You never know who's
It happens.
inspired by it.
It happens.
Man, it's getting deep.
Mhm.
um, my next question for you. When you're inspired by someone, um, and I know a lot of people are not clout chasers. Some are, some not, some aren't. But when people are inspired by you and you're motivated by that, you're motivated to see someone looking at your videos.
Yeah.
Someone wanted to know more about your markers. Um, what's your thought on that? Like, what's the mentality like when you're doing these things?
Oh, so I mainly do it because I want people to look at me. You know, I'm just an attention whore. And I love, people, interested in me. I should be famous. Like, just genuinely how I feel in the inside is, happy when people is like, oh, your video is cool, your video is cool. So
Yeah,
that's what makes me happy. So I keep posting videos, because I like when people comment, oh, sick video, awesome kill, or something.
yeah.
So that's my motivation behind it all. I just love the game. I love playing Magfed, and I love the community involved in the Magfed world. I love that I could go travel and go other places for to play with other Magfed players. And I even travel just to, go to another open class event. Like I went to um Super Game in Indiana like 1 year ago. Not this last one that just happened, but last year's.
Yeah.
Went to the Super Game Indiana, played over there, met a bunch of cool people, linked up with my SAS fam over there, and yeah, it was just a good time. I love meeting new people and traveling new places and showing people what I do.
How often you travel?
So I just got back from Brooklyn last week. When I was over there, I played at an indoor field. It was really dope. Um,
Was
but
it was it was it uh was it
Area
Area
53.
53? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my event. Yeah, I set that up with with a J from Embroidery Beast.
Nice.
Yeah, I set that up with him, and we had a big Magfed only, first strike only, indoors. It was sick.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I had a great time, and I did that a long time ago too. Like I did that like 2 years ago. I had a video of that too. So 2 years since, and we finally got another one at that Area 53 field that I like so much. But I travel like probably like once a year, maybe once or twice a year. I would love it. I would love to travel more because I love it. But you know, maybe if I get the Patreon up a little bit more, I can start traveling to other fields, like other states more often. But
Nice.
I ain't gonna hold my breath on the Patreon. I'm still just gonna keep making the videos how I'm making them. If anybody wants to join the Patreon, it's there. It's in the link in the description of all my videos. If you want to, go ahead, and I'll make sure to shout you out at the end of my videos. But
Oh,
I'm gonna
quick
keep
question, bro.
doing.
Someone comment down below and said, "What's up, gang?" I'm sorry, not someone. My guy Julio, shout out to Hunter, the co-captain of Winners Key, New York. He said, "What's up, gang? I had the shield." I don't know if you remember that guy.
Yeah, yeah,
That's my brother right there, man. That's my
yeah.
guy.
He was like, "Can we use the shield?" And then he was like, "Dude, he was like stuck in a corner." Like, and my boy Proud Infidel was just on him, like, da, 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 da. I felt
Oh
bad for
wow,
my boy.
God, shield. Yeah, them
And
shields, man. Them shields is lifesavers, honestly.
yeah, yeah. So you trap yourself in a corner.
That's, yeah, them corners is dangerous. I
You
stay out
know,
them
you got
corners.
the top of your head showing. Yo, yo, but good stuff,
He,
yo. I love playing with you guys. You guys were
yeah,
awesome.
he's a good Magfed player, man.
No, he was. Yeah, he
Good
definitely was.
Magfed player. I played with him a few times. You know, he's definitely one of those guys. Like he's on point.
Yeah, there was a lot of serious shooters out there. Like
Yeah,
pretty much all of them were pros. We maybe had like one or two people who haven't tried it before, but all of them guys knew what to do. That was straight awesome, bro.
he said hit me on the dome. I was like, oh yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, dude, that shot was brutal. He was like so close to him too.
Wow. I think I just lost him for a second. He'll be back on. But yeah, fellas, man, this is great podcast, man. Let's keep it going. Man, I missed that too. Area 53. I haven't tried it out yet. Definitely want to try it out. There we go. It's showing up now.
Bad, y'all. Click the back button by accident.
There
We're
you go,
good.
bro. Yeah, man. I haven't been out there yet to Area 53. I was supposed to go maybe twice or three times now, but I'm gonna get out there very soon. I have to. Heard
I
it is
mean,
dope.
here's the thing, though. You can't just go there and I gotta set that straight, right? Because I thought that I could just host an event and go there and play first strikes only but it's not that simple.
Rules
Basi-
change.
Basically, I called them and they had no idea what MagFed was. Like the lady who answered the phone had no idea what MagFed was, had no idea what first strikes were, nothing.
Mm.
So, um, basically, you can't go there and play with your own markers. You could only go there and rent a 50 cal and play with 50 cal only because that's what that field is. It's an indoor 50 cal field and laser tag field.
Wow.
So in order to play first strikes and do it the way that, we had it set up for the event, the only person you got to talk to is Jay from Embroidery Beast from Angels of Death. He's the one who really spoke to the owner and got first strikes allowed on that field and was able to make that happen the first time like 2 years ago when I played.
Mm.
And and now it's only when they have a Magfed event there. So Magfed events there, I feel, are very sought after, and that we should make more of them at that field.
My guys, mine's okay. New York. I know they're familiar with that field. That was, I think, I'm not mistaken. I believe that was their home field for a few years actually. Um, I'm very new there. I haven't played there yet, but I
Mhm.
know when they come out, them guys are good with the owner and stuff.
Yeah, there's
Shout out to
two
New York.
locations. There's two Area 53 locations.
Yeah,
There's one, it's kind of like an outdoor,
yeah,
I believe, and then there's one that was like indoor where it has that two-story building and stuff how we played.
yeah. I
So
think they was the one in outdoor. They were the outdoor ones. They played
yeah,
outdoor
so I don't
mostly.
know the rules on the outdoor one. It looks like, it was cool to play, regular 68 cal. So I guess, first strikes were cool there too, I guess. I don't know
Yeah,
the whole story behind that field, but I know as far as the one that I played at in the video, the
yeah.
super slippery one, that's the one you're gonna, have to speak to Jay to hook up an event there or just wait for the next one, you know?
Someone said not anymore. Only Brooklyn. Okay,
Hmm.
nice. Um, I have one more question for you, bro. One more question for you. This is usually how I end off my podcast. Um, if someone come up to you or someone reach out to you, they were a beginner of Magfed player or just a regular player, period, who just wanted to get into Magfed or to get into just paintball world in general, what inspiration, what inspiring could you use or could you give to them, and how would you do it?
Okay, so basically, um, we'll start off at the most common situation we probably all get is that guy who comes over or that kid who comes over and wants to see your cool gear, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that marker is so cool, right? This and that. Um, since I have a channel, I tell them that I make videos. They see the GoPro on my mask, I tell them I make videos. Immediately, they want to go search it up. This way, they could get a better visual of how that marker that they're seeing right there on the table in front of them, how it actually performs in game. Whether it be my sniper, whether it be my T15, my MG, whatever, right? Whatever they're looking at there, I show them the video of the marker actually performing. They're like, "What? It shoots that straight? What?"
yeah,
And then a lot of people who I used to play with, a lot of even rental people who haven't played ever, they just want to play against me because they or on my team, right? You actually have people who want to play against me after they see what this thing could do because
yeah,
they want to feel what this thing could do, you know? So to give them that experience, I'm gonna make sure they feel what it could do, right?
yeah,
So once they see and they feel and they experience the first strike round and Magfed and how cool it looks and this and that, you that's the first step, right? Into getting them to be involved in this community.
nice.
You know, you could even take it a step further if you want, maybe throw some round balls in there, tell them to shoot at something that's right in front of them with pointed at the red dot, a little staging area, a little shooting range action.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, so then it gets them really involved. Got to share with them the website, whatever website you may want to recommend to them. I really like Rockstar Tactical, if you ever heard of them.
yeah,
They're really, Dan from Rockstar Tactical is a really cool guy, and he'll make sure to get your order out immediately. Like I've gotten things. I'm all the way in Florida. They're in Pennsylvania. I gotten things in like 2 days, 3 days. Pretty average, but nice, quick. He gets the package out right away, and I never
Nice.
have really any problems. Always gives me exactly what I ordered. All good. I like Rockstar um, for most of my gear and stuff, and there's other websites that you could get soft gear from that you may want to share with them as well. Like, hey, you're gonna need something to carry those mags in, right? Not just the marker. Okay, you cool. You can bought the marker. Now you need something to run the mags. This is what I use to run the mags. Let me show you the website that I got my stuff from. Bada bing, bada boom. Pretty much put it all together, for the person. And then it's up to them willingly if they, you never know what they're going through, so they might not have the money at the time or whatever. But you give it a little while, and then next thing you know, you get a message on Instagram, "Hey, GQ, I got my stuff. We go out and play." Now, being that I may have like promo codes for some websites and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't use that stuff, the promo codes. They forget about it. They didn't, ask, or they didn't message me first before they bought something. So, I don't really get credit for most of the stuff, most of the people that I got into this game. But like, I really started caring less about that and just being happy that they actually got the stuff and wants to play, you know? So
Okay.
that stuff doesn't really get to me. I'm just happy that they got the stuff and they want to play alongside me or whatever at the next event. So that's when you get to talking. Just make sure your contact info is right. Like, even if you give them your cell phone number or your Instagram info or whatever, Facebook. Um, Also, you got to put them on to the pages. If they have Facebook, I would ask them right away if they have Facebook, because that's where we post where we're going next, all of our events and stuff.
Yeah.
Magfed Florida page. That's our local, page that we got going on down here that we post all of our events. And then you got the Magfed paintball page, run by Social Paintball. No, not Magfed Society.
Like society. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they
So
always post pictures of
yeah, it was because
us.
I saw a thing and I just read Social Paintball from like some speedball thing. Yeah, but you got MagFed Society who's running that Magfed paintball page, so they're really good with telling everybody what events are going on, where. So like if you're in whatever state, you know, and you see an event, you'll see it there. Um, and yeah, just start searching up like if you have a particular marker, if you have a MG or you're going with a T15, there's owners pages for that marker. So you
Yeah.
could chat with other people if you have any problem with your marker. Chances are somebody else is going to have the answer for you, so you don't have to ship it out to First Strike. Hey, something's wrong with my gun, or you don't have to ship it out nowhere. You could just do it yourself. Ask the people, hey, maybe what's going on if it's leaking from here? What is this? You know.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
it's very
Definitely
important to
understand.
get those people onto those pages. Hopefully, they get themselves a camera, they start recording. There's
Yeah.
nothing's better than, having more camera angles in a video. Just having that one camera angle throughout the whole video doesn't really keep people watching it for too long. That's
Yeah.
the hard thing. That's why it's hard to do, to have like a, popular, YouTube channel, because people are just going to turn it off because it's one camera angle. So it's really, you gotta get, it's very important to try to have some flair, making some different camera angle. Maybe you put your phone there and just, or even if you stage, not actual like eliminations, don't stage those, like try to make those real. But I'm saying like before you ran up and shot that person, now go back into the game after the game's over, go back into the field exactly where you were, set the camera up, and do that. Just run past the camera. So now when you're getting into the editing, you could put that other camera angle, but that isn't actually in game, you running at that moment, but it actually is what you did. No cap. You actually did do that, but you're going back after the game's over just to get that other camera angle. So that's how you do it without a cameraman.
Mm.
Or you don't want to risk your, phone or other camera that you're using getting hit or getting stolen, because you left it there out on the field while you were playing.
Yeah.
So it's better to, stage that kind of stuff. So you could get those different camera angles to make it more interesting. I try to do that as much as possible, but at some fields, at some locations, it's a little harder because the field is so far deep into the field. So when you're done in the game, pretty much you're just exhausted. You want to just, all right, we're done with the game. Let's just go back to the staging area. But if you just give it that little bit, if you have another field that is like not too far from the staging area and it's right there, it's very easy to do those kind of things.
Definitely understand that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big camera person. I do plan on getting a couple of cameras like GoPros, different other ones as well. The Drift, I believe it's called. Um, so right now, I'm looking into all that. Right now, I'm thinking about recording for Warfare. I know I have to because I have a podcast. It's like it's great footage, great content to use as well. But
Definitely, yeah.
But I've been thinking about this for a while. I think this is part of my plan, my vision for paintball, Magfed paintball. I'm thinking about putting together a travel team from people all over. And my goal in this is to really make MagFed bigger. So, and honestly, it doesn't matter how many people come out. I can have 100 if I want to,
Hmm.
more. But it's just the fact that getting people out to travel different places is what matters, and
Yeah.
playing side by side with them. So I will be talking more about that very soon. I do plan to have that happen before this year is over. Um, and also my clothing line for my other platform and for my paintball platform. Of course, the name Lone Wolf. Of course, the back it says "Stay Frosty." Um, So I do plan on working on a few things. Now I do this all the time, so I'm going to do this with you as well. I will give you a shirt, bro. I'm going to go ahead and give you a shirt for just the Lone Wolf itself.
Hey, bet.
Represent because I feel like everyone in their own way is a lone wolf on the field when it comes to fighting and everything. Comes to stay ready, the mentality. Um, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, lone wolf. I go out there and I'm like, wait, where's my team? Oh, okay, I'm all the way there in the 50, and I got
Yeah.
no teammates. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Lone wolf. There you go. Yo,
Yeah.
thank you,
So
bro. I appreciate that.
yeah, no problem, man. We definitely gotta run this back. I know I'm preparing everything for next event, which is next weekend.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's called Warfare at On Target Paintball Park. Well, I'm sorry, On Target Park. Let's get the name right.
You can have
Um,
fun there. I did a zombie game a long time over there. Long time
yeah,
ago over there.
yeah. I believe the last one was about maybe 3 years ago, 2019, I believe. Yeah, 2019 was nothing they had it. So yeah, man, I'm just preparing for that right now. Yeah, we definitely gotta run this back. Definitely gotta run this podcast back.
Yeah, bet. I'm down.
This is definitely the life of a MagFed player. And you're the definition of a true MagFed player. The lifestyle of it is just amazing. Um, I know people that's watching this podcast, they're going to definitely get a lot of intel, a lot of footage from this. It's going to definitely inspire a lot of people to definitely do more in MagFed because MagFed is not dead. MagFed is moving with a different wave, and we're getting better every year.
Yep. Bigger, better every time, brother.
Yeah, so we got a link soon, man. We definitely got a link, man. I don't know when next event is going to be nearby or next travel event.
Okay, so quick shout out to a big event that we're doing. Um, Magfed, Florida, but it's going to be in Georgia
Mm.
at the real life Nuketown. Okay. It's a real life 1-to-1 Nuketown. It's at Hopper's Paintball Field in Savannah, Georgia. If you want to come through, it's going to be a sick zombie theme style event, and it's going to be on October 8th. So October 8th, we're going to be out there in Savannah, Georgia, Hopper's Paintball Field, playing at the real life Nuketown, and we're going to have some crazy props over there that you're actually, you got zombies involved, not like actual like you gotta shoot them and stuff, but like prop zombies that maybe have swallowed something and you gotta go in there and get it. It's gonna be sick, bro. I hope to see maybe you there, maybe some other people there if you guys want October 8th.
Yeah, man, send me the info. I'll definitely look into it. And this in October, so I can make that happen. Send me the info for that. There's a lot of events coming up before this year is over. So yeah, we're definitely going to exchange information, exchange everything, and we can go from there.
Okay, bet. Sounds good, bro.
Definitely sounds good. Like I said, bro, thanks for having you, man. Give me until maybe a week. Give me about, I want to say a week, but because the event is next weekend. Give me 2 weeks for sure. I have a lot going on right now.
Yeah, yeah, take your time, bro.
A lot going on, but I'll
Yeah.
take that out to you, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Thanks for helping my podcast.
Yeah,
Let's
thanks
run
for
it back.
inviting me, man. I appreciate it.
No
This was really
problem.
cool. I like doing this. Wish I
Yeah,
was able to do it more. Let's we definitely gonna run it back, bro.
yeah. And shout out to all the Magfed players, man, that was watching this podcast tonight, man. Shout out to my guy Hunter, Mayhem, Snake Guys, my guy June. Shout out to my guy June, man. Shout out to everyone in the Magfed community all
Yeah,
over the
Red
world, man.
Gear Holster tuned in too.
Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. You guys is dope. You
Thanks,
guys is
Greg.
great. Shout out to everybody, man. And trust me, this only gets better. Let's keep it up. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving forward. Stay frosty, everyone. Please stay frosty.
Yes, for sure. See you in the next one, guys.
Say
Peace.
yes, CQ. Peace.